Sweet. This hangout on air is live. Okay. Okay, where do I send the invite? Tell me again. Which one do you want? No. Hold on, I hear myself. What the fuck? I don't want. Holy shit, I'm hella loud. I can fix it, hold on. Alright, I turned it down to like half volume. Oh, I'm a G. What the? I invited you 3 different ways. One of them should have been right. Why the hell can I hear myself? That's gay. Why can I hear myself? Okay.
Hello. Hey.
Hey, are you in my thing? No.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you are in my thing.
Hi.
Oh, I see you now. Ha.
What?
Wait, why is it showing you now?
Because when I talk, it switches.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I was trying to tell you before.
That's pretty gay. Like, fix the settings because it's gonna keep going back and forth.
I hear an echo.
I see you now. What? Wait, why is it showing you now?
Here we go.
God damn. Okay, I'm gonna.
It's because you can't have it up on YouTube because it's reading that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna open it up on my other laptop. Hold on. I'm rich. Look at that.
See, now I can't hear the echo.
Yeah, I turned it off.
I
You
turned it
noticed
off on
right
mine
away.
too.
Yeah, it was freaking annoying. Yeah, I don't hear anything anymore. It seems fine.
That's good.
I am not connected to the internet. Let's go to youtube.com/2damn. Gaming. Live now.
I like how it's just staring at me right now.
Like, do I have to be like completely quiet or else it'll go all crazy or what?
I don't know. Now it's looking at you. It's pretty cool.
Look at I look like a faggot.
What are you doing?
I'm showing you the video. Look at
I know, I'm watching it too.
Like, do I have to be like completely quiet or else it'll go all crazy or what? Wait, what are you watching it on?
I'm watching it on my phone.
I can hear it. So do
I
you
turned it down.
Let me turn my volume a little bit up, halfway like yours.
Mhm.
Do you think we can, because it said something about it, like deleting after 4 hours or something, or like I have to save it after the first 4 hours or whatever. I don't know.
I think you can save it and put it onto your computer and delete the video and then repost it.
I guess, but this works. It's really easy to use, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's not that hard.
the XSplit was really complicated.
Oh yeah.
So what, you want to do this right now or what, fool?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh shit. I don't know what this stuff is, but it just fell out.
I realize I talk with my hands a lot.
Yeah. Because you're new. So what do you want to do this right now or what? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. Start us off. While I lay back and chill.
Okay. No, this is your stream. You start it.
Hurry up.
Alright,
You gotta be a good talk host. Let's go.
Alright. Hi everyone. I'm Too Damn Sweet with my buddy here, Too Damn Savage. And we're here to talk about Gears 4 and what we want in it. And
this thing.
Here he is.
Hold on, this thing is like switching back and forth like crazy. That's what I was gonna have a problem with. Do you see that?
Mhm.
Yeah. How the hell do I fix that?
No, I think it's fine, honestly.
What do you mean?
I'm watching it and it's not that bad. Until now.
Yeah, it is. What are you talking about? It's like back and forth hardcore. I don't know if my mic is picking you up or what the hell.
Yeah, it's picking up something from your background.
Oh, it's probably picking up the laptop. Hold on.
Mhm.
Okay, now we're good. Alright, start over. Go.
Okay. Hi everyone, it's Too Damn Sweet here with my buddy Too Damn Savage, and we're here tonight talking about Gears 4 and what we expect it to be. And there's so much wrong with Gears Judgment, it's not even considered a Gears game to myself. So, here's Savage taking it away.
I'm not gonna say anything, so no, I'm just kidding. So I think we're gonna start with the past Gears of War games, starting with Gears of War 1, then moving on to 2, then with the current, or at least I'd like to say the current Gears of War 3, and then the failure Gears of War Judgment. So with Gears of War 1, I didn't play it all that much, but my girl Sweet here did, I guess, supposedly. And we're going to talk about the pros and cons of each of the gears, and then we're going to kind of take that all into consideration into what we would like to see in Gears 4. So I'm going to hand it over to Sweet, and she's going to get us started on the pros and cons of Gears of War 1.
Thank you. Gears 1 was a new type of game. Everyone was playing Call of Duty, and this was like beginning years of Xbox 360, and when Call of Duty 3 and 2 were big, and it was a first-person shooter. So Gears 3 was a really good. Turn down your fucking computer. I'm serious. I'm picking it up on mine. Yeah. So Gears 1 was just a great different game. You know, it's something new, and like, who heard of Locust? And like the shots are, you know, the graphics are good. The gameplay was pretty awesome. It was not as fluid as the other Gears, the later Gears, of course, but it was still good. I would have to say it was a good game. The downfall of Gears 1 was the lobbies. This was before everyone was used to, like right now, parties and lobbies where you can join up with friends. Gears 1, you couldn't join up with friends at all. So that was the biggest failure of Gears 1, I would have to say. And maybe one map, Rooftops, which really sucked for me. I'm sorry.
So there you have it. Gears 1 was it seemed like a pretty good introduction to the Gears series. Pretty solid game. So then we're going to move into Gears of War 2, which I don't see too much of a change from Gears 1 to 2, compared to the transition from 2 to 3. Although I did play a little bit of Gears 2, and I'm going to start with a con right off the bat, because it's probably the one thing that I remember the most from Gears 2 is the amazing host powers that were given to whoever was hosting the games. And it really sucked. So basically, you would jump into a game, and if you didn't have host and you ran into the host, you would just get slaughtered. But when I had host, it was great and it was fun, and I could just destroy everyone. But other than that, the host powers was totally ridiculous, and yeah, that's what I remember Gears 2 for, which might not be so good. But for the pros, what do you see the pros? No, go.
I remember Gears 2 mostly for like the new maps. You know, I've always been a fan of Gears 1 maps, other than Rooftops, obviously, but they weren't big. They were perfect size for this small man team, which is Gears. You know, what was it, 4 in Gears 2? 4 people team? Or is it 5 now?
Sure.
I don't remember. I played forever, but the maps were perfect, I would have to say, in Gears 2. And a pro, it was an Asher game. No, like, Lancers, or no one used Lancers. Like, as soon as you started an online match, you would pull out your Gnasher and get ready for that. Which I miss. I wish it was like that now.
And you can party up now, right?
Yeah, you could party up now.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good improvement. But the host powers sucked, just to remind you. So then we'll move on to Gears of War 3, which is the current game that both me and Sweet play right now, as well as many other players that bought Judgment, didn't like Judgment, and came back to Gears of War 3. I didn't buy Judgment because I was really smart, and I knew what was coming. Don't buy hype. Anyways, so Gears of War 3. Um, the things that I noticed from Gears 2 to 3 is that, for one, I really like using the hammer burst, and instead of a burst weapon, um, turning over to a trigger finger weapon um, was really good for me because I have a trigger finger. Although that goes hand in hand with a con of people having modded controllers, like someone. Um, so
That's what
I don't have a
happened.
mod, but I really love my hammer burst. On top of that, the gameplay on Gears of War 3 seems to be really, really smooth, as well as for wall bouncing. Now, I'm alright at wall bouncing. I'm pretty good. I do it often. Um, but I see a lot of people do it because it's a lot easier to do and it's a lot smoother to do. So that was a pretty good transition from the other gears. Uh,
Can I say something real
yeah,
quick?
go for it.
About that, the connection and it being really smooth. I think this was the first Gears with dedicated servers.
Yes,
Yeah, there's
supposedly.
no host server, so like that made it that much better in like my mind. I think that's the
It
first thing I
did.
realized.
Although I have to remind everyone that they made you buy the maps to get dedicated servers. And if not, then you had host servers, and you go back to Gears 2 with godly shots for whoever has a host. Um, but the dedicated servers, they're okay, but they're still, from what I hear, from what a lot of my friends say, I think the servers are divided up into regions, so they're kind of like regional servers,
hmm
mainly East Coast and West Coast. I'm on the West Coast, so I run into all the players from Mexico, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with.
And
But when I
I'm
play
on the
with
East
my
Coast and I'm still getting attacked by Mexican servers.
friends, yeah. But when I play with my friends, we usually hop on the East Coast, and we don't run into them as much. Um, and the connections are a little bit better as well, most of the time. Uh, but yeah, that's how that works. So it still needs some work. It could get better. And then I'm gonna get to the worst part of Gears of War 3. The biggest con, I would like to say, and Sweet's laughing over here because it's ridiculous. I hate these weapons. But it's the retro and the sawed-off weapons. Um,
Oh, definitely. I want to shoot whoever decided to put that in the game. Like, why change the fundamental weapons of Gears of War? Like, if those were weapons in the actual, like, universe, why weren't they using it in, like, the first or second one? I mean, the retro would have
yeah,
came in handy in the second one when Kim got stabbed. You know, where was Marcus running with the retro to stab Ram in the back?
yeah. Um, I'll answer your question or whatever it was.
hmm
Um, so when Gears of War 3 was first coming out, and they announced that they were gonna have this retro and sawed-off, I knew that Gears of War was having troubles retaining their players, and so they had to kind of set up an invitation to new players because they were losing players to Call of Duty and other games like that.
Was that the year
Where
when Modern Warfare was starting to come out? When it was like a new thing?
I have no idea. I'm old. Um,
I'm older than you.
anyway, so they had to have like an invitation to invite new players, and they had to make the game easy to play, like kind of like Call of Duty. That's why they were leaving, because Gears of War is more of a challenge to play than Call of Duty, where it's really easy and you can camp in the corner with a shotgun and get kills. Um, so they introduced the retro and the sawed-off. The newbiest weapons in the world. I hate them. It takes no skill. If you can walk around with your sawed-off and you just shoot people, or your it's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know where to start with them. Um, and then the people that use them the most are the people from Mexico. Like, no joke. Not trying to hate on anyone, but they really, really do. and that's why I hate playing on the West Coast servers because I play with them all the time. Um, and that's how they roll. They roll with retro and sawed off. I don't know why. It's it's dumb. And what's funny is that then they think they're good, but when they run into like me and my friends, and we actually know how to play with Lancers or Hammerbursts and Nashers and stuff like that, we completely destroy them because sawed off and retros are not um, meant for a team game, if that makes sense. Like you,
So it's like meant for free for all.
sort of, yeah. It's just, I mean, they're good for one-on-ones, which is why I hate it because if I try rushing someone with a retro, they can just sit there and blind fire and walk backwards and down me in like 4 shots or something like that. It's ridiculous. Um, and then they like what's it called? They retrocharge you, like they poke you, and then they melee you. It's the same thing with the sawed off. If they don't kill you with their shot, they're gonna melee you and get you down, and then kill you. And it's like, okay, you know, you suck. And on top of that, people that do that and they think they're good, and then you beat them, and then they leave. And later on, you look at their stats, and they have like a negative KD and win loss, and you're like, okay, I really hate when people that suck like that kill me in games. Like, just don't kill me because you're not gonna win. Blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Anyways, I really hate those guns. If you could tell, I don't know about Sweet over here. She probably loves them. Uh,
No, um, I would have to say because of those guns, the Gears of War went from a Nasher game to a retro game. I support more of a far away, stand back, and get the person down. And it's not just the retro that became overpowered, it was the Lancer too. Like, yeah, it took more shots to kill someone, but like, it would stop anyone running. Like, that always pissed me off. I'm running, and then someone hits me with a little bit of Lancer and it destroys me. Like, fuck
yeah.
that.
Um. So that's Gears of War 3 in, I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever it took for us to talk about retros and sawed off.
Hey,
I
it
hope I
was
get the
important.
point across, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into the most recent one, Gears of War Judgment, which I didn't even buy because I knew it was gonna be a piece of shit game. Sorry for my language. Um, but Sweet over here decided to buy it, or her brother bought it for her, or something like that, and she's gonna tell you all about it.
Yeah. Gears of War fail meant because that was so bad. That game was awful. I would have to say that really tarnished the Gears of War name. They've changed so much to it. Like, you didn't get one, like your two weapons, like for instance, a Lancer or a Nasher or whatever, and a pistol. And the smoke grenade, you got one main weapon, your pistol, I believe still, and a choice between a smoke grenade, an ink grenade, and a frag grenade. Now, who in their right mind wouldn't choose a fucking frag grenade? Who the fuck wouldn't pick that? Not only did you get a frag grenade to start with, but you could just throw it, and it would, like, if it bounced off someone, it would stick to them. Like, what the fuck? I can't count how many times in Gears of War 3 someone threw a grenade at me and it hit me, and I'll be like, fuck, run away. Like, I can't count. Like, sweet. And then you can't even tag him on the wall, which he has a bitch move to tag him anyway, but still, I like to do it. Um, what else? The Nasher was nothing. Like, they ruined the Nasher in that game. You couldn't play with it. You couldn't use it. No one used it. Like, I don't care if you said you used it, you didn't use it. Don't lie, because you went to pick up the power weapons or you get the breach shot or whatever the fuck it was. More fucking weapons too. What the? It was just awful. And then it became Call of Duty, a big world game. Is that a dog behind you?
Yeah, that is Lola.
Hi, Lola. Oh, sorry. Um,
Hey.
but they made it Call of Duty so the maps became, these nice, perfect size maps to these ridiculous, enormous size maps. Yeah, they added more players into each team. Like, I think it was 8 on each team. But you don't need a big ass map. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Like, did you hear they fucked up Blood Drive on that? They made it bigger.
Nope,
Like,
I
how
didn't
the
know.
fuck did you make Blood Drive bigger? Like, how? Oh, let's do this, 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 and have screaming people on the train on top go past, and they're on fire. What the fuck? I got more distracted with the train than anything. Anyhow, the game is bad. It's not even, like, considered a Gears to me. Nothing about it was good.
So there
And
you have it.
they made it too
I
easy to kill
mean,
people, like you said, in
yeah.
about Gears of War 3. Two was difficult. You had to have skill to play. 3 is less difficult, but still kind of difficult, where you have to have skill to play. Gears of War Judgment, no skill at all. You might as well be playing Call of Duty.
So that's it. Crappy maps, crappy gameplay, biggest fail ever. It probably did tarnish the Gears of War name. Um, I think after a couple weeks of hey, Lola. I think after a couple weeks of the release of Judgment, there were still more people playing Gears of War 3 than there were on Judgment, which is really, really sad. Um, I, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. You know, like, what kind of game testers did they have testing those games? And they're like, yeah, this is really cool. You should totally do this. It was a piece of crap.
It was a new
Like,
company
they,
apparently doing it. Like, I hate it when new companies get the game. Okay, they're not Halo. You can't give a good franchise to a new company and expect them to do good with it. Like, was it Bungie with Halo? Bungie finished their Halo, their trilogy, and trusted the reins with someone else who did really great for Halo 4. I would have to admit, they did really great with Halo 4, or the other company did really great with that. So I trust them to keep that going. But I don't trust the whoever just did fucking, I don't even know the names just because they suck so bad.
yeah, I mean, I used to be a hardcore Halo 3 player, and for me, Halo 4 didn't really cut it. I will admit that they did improve. Like, they were pretty close to having it be like a decent game. Um, but it still wasn't there because they changed the BR, the battle rifle.
Yeah, I know
If
what that
anyone
is.
doesn't know that, they really, really changed it, and the BR is like the competitive weapon, the main weapon, kind of like the Nasher for Gears of War
hmm
or whatever. Um, and because the games after Halo 3, either like Halo Reach didn't even have a BR, it sucked, and Halo 4 they brought it back, probably because people were complaining, and they brought it back and it was okay, but it's still the gameplay for me wasn't really there, so I retired from Halo. Um, anyways, back to Gears, and we're done with Judgment. I think everyone's done with Judgment or has been.
It's now,
We're
what
gonna
do we
move
want
on
for Gears
to
4?
yeah. Now, what are we looking for in Gears of War 4? Now, I know a lot of people have a lot of different ideas. Um, but we're gonna cover just a few of them, and I'm gonna have Sweet start us off with what she has in mind for Gears of War 4.
Okay, for Gears 4, I have a couple things in mind, and if we don't name some things that you would like in Gears 4, please comment below and we will read them and take that in consideration. Be like, oh, we forgot that, or something like that, what we want in Gears 4. But anyway, one thing I want in Gears 4, I want them to bring back these small maps and the small teams back to like the 5-man team or the 4-man team. Like, I want it back to be like a close quarter combat compared to, long distance. like miles away, I guess I would say. But yeah, that's what I would want them to bring back, and that's what I need in Gears 4.
Is it my turn?
Well, yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so earlier on I talked about like the servers, and we talked about host servers and the dedicated servers, along with like the regional servers and how that worked. Um, so Gears of War 3 had okay servers, but I think that there's still room for improvement. However they're gonna do that, uh, I'll let them deal with that. But there's still room for just better servers in general. Because I really hate when people like Sweet over here eat my shots like to the face, and they don't die. It happens to everyone. At least I'd
I
hope
don't do that
so, because it
anymore.
happens to me a lot. Anyways, you know, just get rid of the retro and sawed off, please. Um, or I also wanted to talk about maybe having like a competitive playlist, um, where people that don't like retros and sawed offs could go play and have a little bit more fun and not be all annoyed by those people that like to use those noob guns.
Oh, wait, I would like to say Gears 3 did something like that. They did
Yeah,
something for the competitors like that to make it more like Gears 2 or Gears 1. What was it? The old school.
yeah, they have old school, but it's nobody plays it.
I know
Um,
no one plays
so,
it, so I mean they
yeah,
did that.
um, yeah, but they did do that. So and probably because people told them to.
Yeah,
Why people didn't play it, I don't know. I guess Gears of War in general doesn't have enough players. Um, I don't know. On top of that, I'm a competitive player as it is, so I really like to have fun, having like good games and everything. It's not really fun slaughtering everyone, uh, getting a weekly win loss of like 100. It's like okay, it's not that fun. Um, but I would very much like them to introduce a ranking system. Now, I know this would be a risky move for them because they don't have players as it is, and if they introduce that, kind of like I'm talking about like a Halo 3 ranking system where, like up to 50 or something, but they could do up to 100. Um, that way, whatever rank you were, it would separate you from the good and the bad, and it would put you with the good and bad. Um, that's why I said it was risky because I don't know if they have enough players to do that and separate them into different levels and whatnot. Um, but I think it would help good people stay with the game, and hopefully the not so good people will stay with it too. But maybe they will get upset because they can't get past level 20 because they get smoked or something. Um, but that's that.
what do I
Were you
want
gonna
in
say
that
something?
game? I want a good campaign. That's all I'm asking for. A good campaign. Um, I don't know anyone who plays Gears of War. Like usually, the first thing you play on Gears is the campaign, and Gears 1 campaign, legendary. 2, amazing. 3, heartbreaking. Judgment, no, no, it was not enough for me. It sucked ass, in my opinion. But I would have to say there has to be a good campaign in that game. Not just online. I know we're talking about online and stuff big here, but I kind of want this game to be like more of a prequel, so we can see our old characters back, but also in the eyes through someone else on like E-Day or something like that. You know what I mean? Did I lose you?
No, no, I'm here. I was just thinking of you got me thinking of like what they could do for a new campaign.
I mean, like,
Um,
what are they gonna do? Like, they basically ended it in Gears 3. Like, that's why when Gears Judgment was coming out, you're like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Like, what is it gonna be? And of course, it's Baird doing something ridiculous before something, something, something or other. I don't even know. But it would make sense to have a campaign with our lovely characters again. I wouldn't mind hearing Mira's, like, I'll have to say, sexy, dominant voice in the background commanding Locust, and then I wouldn't mind seeing General Ram again. That he was a badass, and I'm like, holy shit! Every time he walked into the screen, like while I'm playing, I'm like, fuck, run, like shit.
Um, let's see, what else? What else? Oh, totally forgot this. So I mentioned the ranking system, and I mentioned like competitive gaming and everything. Um, so I was talking to Sweet earlier about how Gears of War has bots, and other games don't. They don't have bots. Um, but Gears of War does in matchmaking. When you're actually playing against other people. So in quick match, a teammate leaves, a random leaves, or your friend leaves, whatever, a bot will simply replace them. I would rather not have a bot replace them because, unless, I'll tell you why, unless. But I would rather not have them replace them because the bots are like on casual. They suck. They don't do anything. Um, I would be okay with the replacement if the bots were on maybe hardcore difficulty or maybe even on insane. I don't know. Um, but just having them sit there and twirl smokes while they're like the last man standing and then they just get sniped, it's like, okay, yeah. But when they're against me, they pull out their Nashers and they start shooting me with auto aim and like active shots. That's what happens to me all the time. They never pull out smokes and try to freaking smoke me. They always pull out their Nasher. Anyways, and then for like ranked games, I think there needs to be a really, really severe penalty for leaving, because that's a more competitive arena for people to play, and I think people do enjoy it. But when you have a teammate that leaves, it kind of screws you over, and you're down a person, and well, I think they lose like 2,000 points. Like who cares? They can get that in the next game. Um, they should lose a lot more than that, or I don't know, some sort of penalty. I mean, if they had a ranking system, then they can maybe rank them down or something like that, so they would be less likely to quit out on you. Because that's how it was for Halo 3, where if you would quit out, a couple games or whatever, then eventually you would level down and you would have to level back up. Um, but yeah, just wanted to bring that up, that little issue that I have with that on Gears of War 3, um, and then transfer that over to Gears of War 4. But is there anything else that we missed?
The frags, and bring the frags back to normal is my thing. I'd rather start with a smoke. Yeah, smoke sucks. Actually, sometimes they're really good, but no, we need to pick up the power weapons. We need to do everything with the power weapons. I consider a frag a power weapon, and if the frag, sorry, if you have it automatically, it's like you look somewhere and someone throws a frag at you. Like shit, that's what I did in fucking Judgment. I would be like, oh, someone frag. So no, fix everything. Honestly, that's my thing. Oh, and bring back the old maps.
Yes, they definitely.
Like, sorry, Blood Drive, the original or Gears 3 version, bring that back. Canals, bring that back. I love that map. That map was badass. Fuel Depot. That used to be the most competitive map in Gears. And Vicky didn't, or Savage didn't play Gears 1 really, and that was the competitive map. That was the blood drive of Gears 1. I kid you not. But just bring back good maps and make them small. That's my only thing I really want. And bring it back to a Nasher game. Hey, Lola.
Yeah, look at Lola. Um, so I guess that's it. I don't know what they are planning for Gears of War 4 or who's making it or what. Um, but if they don't do something drastic and bring Gears of War back, um, they're going to lose a lot of players, including myself. I will find another game. I promise you that. And
We both will.
Gears of War will be done. It's almost done. You know, Judgment, not even a game, and people are playing Gears 3 still. There's still quite a lot of people on here. Um, but if there's another game that's a good and Gears of War doesn't deliver, Gears of War is done. That's all I gotta say.
I agree with you. I completely agree. Well,
All right,
everyone, I
so
believe we are done here talking about Gears 4. If you liked our video, hit the little thumbs up button. And Vic here, or sorry, Savage, my bad. Savage here makes videos almost every day, so we might be doing this more. And if you have any suggestions on what should be in Gears 4, please let us know. And with that, Too Damn Sweet is out.
and then yeah, like she mentioned, if you like our videos, I have a bunch of videos, and I'm gonna be making a lot more videos because I'm out of school right now. I'm on my summer break. Yay. Um, yeah, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe. We're going to be coming out with a ton of new content. And we really want to focus on a lot of discussions. So if you have a really, really good discussion topic, anything related to gaming, so we can talk about a different game, we can talk about something about Gears, we can talk about a game that's coming out here soon, anything related. Um, just go ahead and let us know. Put it in the comments. We'll be checking for them. And yeah, stay tuned for the next live broadcast or montage videos or whatever we're doing. So, Savage out.